Welcome everyone to the 504 podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mark, and I'm
Erica.
joined with Erica. We got Mr. Witt in the background, the ones and twos, a little busted out, picky picky. So, first episode, just want to kind of introduce ourselves. We're educators, but this isn't a educators only podcast. We're gonna be discussing a bunch of different issues, social issues, entertainment issues, things that we find important.
And funny.
And funny, yeah. The main purpose is kind of just, even though it's a Monday, kind of have you wait for the Monday so you can go, you know what? I'm happy for Monday because I get to hear my favorite podcast on Monday. So we'll try to record every Monday unless life gets in the way. You know how that goes. Mr. Wood, you good over there? How are we sounding?
Sounding great.
All right, awesome. I feel like
You're on the right channel. Erica, you're on the left channel. We got stereo.
Oh, nice.
All right, we got stereo. That's like I remember watching like a TV show and was it The King of Queens, and the guy was like so infatuated by stereo sound. He goes, "Oh my God, it's like rolling a bowling pin, and you hear the bowling ball in one ear, and you hear the pins drop in the other." And I'm like, "This man, how old is that?" that's crazy. Because now it's like when you go to like a Best Buy or something, if my TV is in like 250 megahertz by 120,000p with this many megapixels, I'm like this. Nope, I'm not getting it.
I don't even know what that stuff is.
See, it's cool. You can say that. You'll probably come out with a Vizio and go like, "Look, honey, I got the TV, a 60-inch TV for $200,"
Exactly.
And I'd be the guy like this. Take it back. It's a Vizio. That's the cheap
Why, they're not
TV.
good?
No, they're cheap. They're like all right. So you have like certain brands that are really good. You have like Sony, you have
Yeah, that's what I have.
LG.
Sony.
You got Sony, you got LG, you got Samsung. And then you have cheap TVs like Westinghouse and Vizio. They're like the Hyundais of TV. What's like this? They do everything else, but they're Hyundais. It's like they don't look good. Whatever. They'll get you to point A to point B. There might be things that you might or might not notice about it. Like for somebody who's really technical, they'll notice certain things. But for like anybody else, and that's why like they like to have women shoppers come in because the women like they don't really care so much. It's like, how much is that TV? How big is it? Okay, cool.
Just as long as the picture's clear.
Yeah, as long as the picture's clear. I'm
Your
the guy
sound.
that's like behind the TV like this. How many HDMI's does it have? And does it have that? And can I hook in the USB to it? And how many hertz is it?
I
Will it
have a
refresh?
whole Bose system hooked up. I don't even use it.
What?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? You have a whole Bose system hooked
Yes.
up.
What do
and
I
you don't
watch?
even
What,
use
what
it?
what shows do I watch that would require a Bose surround sound?
Anything? Or
No.
do you watch anything with like gunshots?
No.
Nobody jumping?
No.
Like, get down.
No.
Like, no music in the background? Nothing?
No.
Game of Thrones? You can
No,
hear
no
the
Game of
dragon
Thrones.
breathing before he kills someone?
No.
Helicopters flying across.
Yes, something like it's awesome. Like just turn the lights off and just piss your neighbors off. I did that one
That's
time.
a good idea. Since I was called unneighborly by my neighbor.
One year, I remember I was living at my old house, and I fell asleep, and I had like this huge surround sound system. I mean, it was like 6 speakers. The subwoofer is like the size of a mini fridge. I cranked it, and I was watching Batman, and I was eating and started to fall asleep, and I fell asleep. And you know how like on the old DVDs, when you go to the main menu, it just keeps playing the music over and
Yeah.
over, like, and it's like dun, 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 dun. And it must have done that for about maybe 45 minutes. The guy knocks on the door. He was like this. You turn that shit off. And I'm like, all right, I'll turn it off. Sorry, man. And it wasn't. I didn't live in one of those apartment buildings where you can kind of just say, yo, relax, because then he's going to step into my apartment
Yeah.
and then there'll be no relaxing. There'll be no relaxing for the rest of the night.
So he said, okay, I'll turn it off.
And the police won't come till like 45 minutes later. At that point, you've already iced up your injuries. It doesn't look that bad, sir. Well, when I called you, my eye was popped out of my head.
Oh, God.
But now it looks fine. All right, so one of the things I wanted to discuss, every week I want us to do like a top 5 of something. And eventually when we have subscribers, we'll get to the nitty gritty of it. But the first thing I thought of was cereal. And I figured, let's get the top 5 cereals going. Kind of see where my co-host's head is. See if she's a little crazy or wacky.
My top 5. Oh, no. I'm a little road.
All right.
Top
so,
5. So my all top 5. I
Yeah,
don't know
just
if I can
like
think of 5.
top 5 cereals. Like if you can only go to the supermarket, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order.
So I would say Life, Golden Grams.
Life. What is that?
Life. He's never had Life. You've never had Life cereal?
I played the game of life.
Isn't it called Life? Yes. Mikey likes it.
Who the hell's Mikey?
Never had Life? Oh my gosh, I'm bringing in a box.
That was an old commercial.
Oh, it's so good.
Mikey was from an old commercial. I gotta set up a mic for next time because I do.
Oh no! I remember like seeing like something like a TV show. Like a little fat kid, Mikey. He likes it. Yeah, that's toxic today. Got the little fat kid who'll eat anything. Was he fat? In my mind, he's
no.
fat.
No, he's
No.
cute. He's a cute kid.
He's a little cute kid. Yeah, the fat kids are cute. when they're younger.
Early 80s.
Yeah.
All right, so here you go. You said Life,
Life.
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams.
When did
Shredded
you start
wheat,
eating cereal?
Frosted shredded wheat.
Frosted shredded wheat. Oh
Honey
my
Nut
God.
Cheerios. Yeah, I told you bland. No, we really weren't like a sweet.
Wait till I get to my cereal bag.
So what is that for?
You can tell I was born in the crack age when you hear my cereals.
I don't know. Honey Smacks are good.
Honey Smacks look like roaches, and we had roaches,
They're
so
good,
we couldn't
though.
eat Honey Smacks. It's like you look in the box and you go, "Is it a roach?"
Is it a Honey Smack?
I don't know.
It didn't move.
you kind of shake the bag, and then that Honey Smack isn't there anymore. You're like, did it fall to the bottom, or was it a roach? Oh man, I'm just gonna just leave it and tell Grandma that they're stale, and see what happens then.
Come on, the Honey Smacks are getting away.
You know what I wish? I wish like I grew up in the age, but you know how like they get you to buy unnecessary things that you go, oh, it's convenient. Like they have containers that hold cereal, so that what they'll say is, here, put the cereal in this container,
Yeah.
so that it holds the freshness. And I'm like, just after you open the bag, just roll it down.
But we put it in containers.
Yeah, you just push the air out and you roll it down. Like I wasn't sophisticated like that. All right, so my top 5 cereals. Ready? Number 1, chocolate Lucky Charms. If you've never had them, oh, they're so awesome. See, I told you that
No.
crackhead cereals, all the sugar.
My daughter eats Lucky Charms, but she only picks out the marshmallows. She won't eat the cereal.
And once a year they
Just
make
eats
a
the
box.
dehydrated marshmallows.
They make a box just with marshmallows once a year.
My kids piss me off with that. Oh, it pisses me off. Like
Well, that's all they want.
I mean, we all have kids here, so. You know, what do you want for breakfast? Oh, I want cereal, and we get the Lucky Charms, and then they only eat the marshmallows, and then it's like a whole thing of cereal left. And then, of course, we're going out like 15 minutes later, and as soon as we get in the car, I'm hungry. And it's like all you ate were marshmallows. It's the sugar. So, all right, chocolate Lucky Charms is number 1 for me. Number 2 is Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. No,
I was gonna
that's
say
it.
just Captain Crunch.
Yo,
That
you
stuff,
know-
every time you bite into it, cuts the roof of your mouth.
Oh man, that good feeling when you know your gum's gonna be bleeding after you finish eating it. The whole top of your mouth is cut up,
Yeah.
and you go back for the second bowl.
You know the dipsticks? It's like a chalk, and you
Yeah,
lick it and
yeah.
you stick it in the powder. I used to eat those until my tongue would
Oh.
bleed.
Ooh, I used to do that with like eye poppers and crybabies. Eye poppers and crybabies were my little favorite candies.
Burned so much, but it was so good.
Yeah, it was.